What's up, Chudsters? You already know, back at it again with another Fortnite video, but this time, this one's gonna be different. So, as many as y'all know, Fortnite is in some kind of up and down, positive and negative route. And so I wanted to show some methods that I've learned, some good tips that I'll be giving like from my point of view. I don't want to say like I'm the best player. I'm just here to just vibe and just, create just random stuff while we play. So the first thing I want to talk about is the POIs. If you want to have a good strategic route, you gotta pick your POI. So for example, let's start here. So for the first match that I started on with my randoms, we started getting close to the hive. So I feel like that is a good POI because one, you're gonna have that little small mission where you gotta kill 25 bugs, and I just feel like that's gonna help you a lot to get the loot that you need, like a sharding loot that can help you to progress through more when it comes to battles. After that, we simply just went to Ranger's Ruin. So Ranger's Ruin was actually like not risky at all, but there was people fighting the medallion, and I just feel like you always have to have your team there to help you on your back. Because if you go by yourself, one thing I've learned is if you think like you are positive and generally like ready to go by yourself and your team is just looting, then likely it might be a 50-50 where you might run away, but they can always chase you back to your team. And I just feel like that's like one thing that can also affect you on your teammates' perspective on you, on how you're gonna actually be able to communicate with them, saying that hey, like even if you have no communication, but with the pinks, it's gonna be hey, they're coming to me, then they gotta be prepared. But even if they have like their own strategic ways, there's like fully put a full mag into your body where like at a point you're at 5 health, and then the revolver shotgun just shoots you out of nowhere 50 meters where it takes your health. I feel like that's gonna be a big mess up, but I know that some of the lobbies it just depends also on the storm and the loophole that they give you. But generally, I just feel like it's more of the POI. I decided to drop with my other teammates from the second game, and I was about to get my ass beat, but I suddenly made a clutch because also the other thing that I want to talk about is the aiming. So I'm a keyboard player, but I know how it feels to play with a controller. I used to play controller a lot in Fortnite, but I feel like keyboard is going to be another thing that really important when you're using your mouse. So I always tend to think that I'm like some pro Call of Duty player where I like to fuzz a lot my keyboard, where I think I want to go side to side, like to get my shots, but I just feel like that's not what the main point is. I feel like you need to know where your shots are gonna go, and as you can see right here, we were just shooting some guys right here, and I was hiding because that was literally my strategy. For me, I like to be more of a back person more than the front line. I like to be the quarterback of the team. So even though I can't aim right, I always tend to just shoot where they can just go hide, and then where I can just save my team from all the chaos that's happening. And right here, as we were going to the vault, my team did actually follow me, which is really good. I really appreciate them for that. But another thing that I was missing is I was getting too cocky. I wouldn't have been able to get it without them. So I would have just lost everything and not even get mad, but they would have just been confused on what I did. But luckily they came to help me to save my life. Yeah, that's like literally like important thing. Like teamwork is actually like what makes everything possible. Like if you think like you're gonna go by yourself, feeling like Iron Man or Shazam, then think again, because honestly these lobbies do get hella sweaty.
I gotta be honest, bro.
So for me right now, I am rocking the shotgun. I'm rocking my AR. Of course, I always be rocking a rocket launcher, but right now I couldn't find one because the lobbies didn't give me any. This AR, it's actually helping me improve like on where I need to focus on, and also the bloom. Another thing that my friend has been telling me is that the bloom is also another thing that really matters. What I mean by that is when you aim your weapon, you gotta always like stand still or actually like have a good precise on where your shots are gonna be hitting, because you never know like how the aim sight that you're hitting on is gonna help you. So right here, as you can see, I was chasing this Travis Scott. I don't want to be cocky, but it's low. And so right there, as you can see, my weapon actually literally, well, not my weapon, but my aim right there, it's because I focus more on going slow with my sensitivity rather than just going crazy thinking that, oh, I'm gonna hit him like crazy trick shots. But another thing, I just feel like it's also just how you aim your weapon and the sensitivity that you use. Another thing I want to also comment on is the high ground. Literally, high ground is gonna be your best friend, but also high ground is gonna be a pain in the ass depending on like where you're at and also how you're gonna manage to escape. But also, I feel like vehicles do matter, but don't, because they can easily get shot down fast. So I'd rather use more of the shockwaves to actually help me escape. Another thing that I want to talk about is the shockwaves. So shockwaves, I feel like it's better to get the shockwaves than the launcher itself, because I feel like the launcher wastes more ammo if you're using the swarm strike. And I know it does help a lot, but I just feel like using shockwaves is actually like more of your best friend than the launcher. Another thing that I also want to comment is how you move through the team. So right here, as you can see, we're in a bunker. You got stuck fighting a 2v2. It's always just how much low you can get them to versus how low like they can get you. Right here, they BM me really badly, but I always managed to use my slurp juice. So this is where we actually started to reach in while I was healing with the slurp juice. My teammate went down while I was up, meaning that we can both get them like at one small little floor and just easily like take them both down, because they will panic if one of them dies and the other person's gonna panic to shoot who's gonna be low and low, but they won't know. So that's always a 2-for-1 right there. I've actually been enjoying more this one than the academy one. I just feel like this one actually has more of like strategy and teamwork, and also like the nerfs that I've seen. They're not that big of a loss. It's just how you wanna use like your loadout. So that's all I gotta say, chatsters. Hope you guys enjoyed this small little method video that I don't know what else to say. But yeah, but if you guys really enjoyed this video of methods from the furry user, drop down if you really like this type of content, or if you want to see more methods on Fortnite, or even just like a good loadout that I use. Hope you guys really like this small methods that I've learned, and hopefully you guys use them in your Fortnite games. W's in the chat.
I feel like Princess Peach rolls, dog on my Mercedes.